Chris Martin.
Hi,
Welcome.
Jimmy. Hi, Roots. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, it is great to see you.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
Yeah. We had someone try to cover it for you, but it didn't work. Yeah, no problem. It didn't work out that well. But we made sure he's safe and he's on his way home.
Okay, you covered it.
Yeah, I got it covered completely.
You still got a show?
Yeah, we still got a show. We're all good. Coldplay is returning to Saturday Night Live this weekend with Nate Bargatze, my man. I love you, Nate. We first met on Saturday Night Live.
I know we did, Jimmy. It was amazing then, and it's amazing now.
Yeah. I'm so happy to watch everything happen for you and everything happen to you. You're the one of the hardest working, most talented people I know. And in fact, this tour, the Music of the Spheres World Tour, I just saw somewhere it's the most attended tour of all time.
Right.
Most of any tour. That's you. You did that. You did Glastonbury, which is, of course, one of the giant things. You crushed at that. Everyone said, oh, my gosh, Coldplay was fantastic. But I thought one of the coolest things you did, Michael J. Fox came out and played guitar with you guys on Fix You.
That's Michael here, you see. Well, I think there are certain things for people your age and my age which are so imprinted on us in terms of what made us dream of doing this job. And one of those things for me is Michael in Back to the Future. Same would be said of Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio, you know, with the crane. And but Michael, it's so trippy to me that we get to play with him because it just feels like being 7 and being in heaven. That's what it feels like. Yeah.
And you're like, dude, you're really you.
It's really
and it's one of the coolest things.
Yeah, and of course, he's so inspirational as a person. And then he was Marty McFly. And the first time I played with him was at a charity show. And I asked him if we could do the 2 songs from Back to the Future. And he was so sweet. And in the middle of Earth Angel, you know, Earth Angel, Earth Angel, he was doing this. And with me, he started looking at his hand like it was disappearing.
He's the best!
I mean, maybe people watching are too young to remember now, but that hand disappearing, you know, it's everything.
It's one of the best bits. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool that he did that. You've been breaking records this whole tour. It was recently announced that you're going to play an unprecedented 10 nights at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, but no people.
Yeah, exactly. 10 nights, Wembley Stadium. 10 nights in London next summer. Right. And you did a cool thing. You put up these flyers in the first pub where you guys were first starting out. Yeah. This is one of your original flyers that you would... Did you design this?
Our bass player, designed this, and this was our first show, and we were called The Coldplay. We dropped the, and we kept the Coldplay.
Yeah, you kept the Coldplay.
And it was only our second ever show, and it says, for some reason, he put formerly known as Starfish, which we'd been known for 1 week.
Yeah, you don't want to lose those fans. Yeah. You don't want to lose those 4 fans that saw you last week. Yeah, if you like Starfish, you're going to love us, the Coldplay.
And then we, this was in the late 90s in London, and you would play 3 or 4 bands at a show, and it was bring your friends and stuff, and you would share a drum kit with all the other bands. And the band that we were sharing a drum kit with fell out with the promoter, and they took their drum kit. So our first show as Coldplay, Will was playing the floor like that.
Was he really?
Yeah, for real, yeah.
That's the best. Yeah. See, improvisation, that's what you got to do. I saw you were on QVC the other day.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. QVC.
QVC, yeah.
Yeah. So how does one of the biggest bands in the world end up on QVC? I love it. Dude, I absolutely love it.
I'll tell you. Well, because, you know, when you're doing the rounds of trying to say we have a new record out that we really love, which we do, we're just trying to think of things that we haven't done before, things that we love. So we
QVC is on the list?
Yeah, and it was so fun, and it was so fun because we worked with this amazing lady called Jen, and we built this room, and it's full of all these little Easter egg things. And if you're a Coldplay fan, everywhere you look, there's little teasers and things like that. And it just felt like something we would really easily fail at, so we decided to try it.
you were like selling toasters and stuff.
Yeah, well, we're selling our album, you see.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. But I bought a toaster.
You know, everybody knows that. You know, it's hard to appear like salesmen when really we're musicians. So we said, well, if we're going to sell our album, we may as well make some toasters and sell them too.
You did something very,
we
very,
sold 'em.
very cool. You did do.
Yeah, we
Yeah, you
sold
did a
'em.
great job. You also played some songs and took phone calls. And,
Yeah, we played songs and we took phone calls and we designed pendants and
yeah, and you did music about the people calling in, and it was really fun.
Candy from Florida, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, first of all, gorgeous. This is just beautiful. But it's beautiful in another dimension because you made these vinyls from recycled plastic bottles.
Yeah, we did. So there's so I'm happy to see you, man. Thanks for having me on.
I love you.
This is a long story you can edit. There's a young man in Holland who saw all the plastic waste in the world about 10 years ago and invented 2 machines. One's called the Ocean Cleanup, which is a giant thing attached to a ship, and it goes out to the Pacific garbage patch and gathers plastic. And then he also came up with this thing called River Cleanup. And with money from our tour, we bought 2 boats called Neon Moon 1 and Neon Moon 2. And one's in Malaysia, one's in Indonesia. And they go along the river and they collect trash. And that record is made from trash. Yeah.
Dude, this beautiful thing, this piece of art.
Yeah.
You're the first band to ever do this. I want to talk more about your album when we come back. More with Chris Martin after the break.